or something like that. In front of you on the table, you will see reference cards, and those are all the rules that we're going to need while playing. But there are other rules that you might need for character creation and for building a sheet. You should all have note cards, which will have everything you need to actually just make your sheet on.
Oh, so the sheets are that simple, yeah?
Yeah. They're incredibly simple. There are 4 stats.
Okay, I've totally not got the document anymore, so... Is that the more core content you linked in the...
It's in the...
it's G-Drive link.
Okay, so yeah, the
I
G-Drive
see
link
it,
is just before that. All right, no, you will need a little bit more on the character sheets, which are basically there are 4 stats, and you get a bonus of plus or minus on each of those. So that's fine. And I will take everybody through character creation. No, that's exactly it. I left that blank by accident. Sorry.
All right, yeah, I get you. Okay.
These stats, if everybody would like to write them down on your note cards.
I'll make another note card.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. These note cards, Jed, have a tendency to sometimes do some really odd shit, like delete their entire contents.
Oh, neat. Okay, cool.
I think it's just a matter if you click on them by accident, you end up deleting stuff. I did that.
We want better note cards.
Oh, I don't know.
You're welcome to take better note cards from the table there if you'd like them instead.
Oh, these ones are alright.
Okay.
You don't seem to be able to highlight over it.
Yeah, true. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
so we have to use the edit little window down the bottom in the description to edit them?
Yeah, in the description, yeah.
Okay. Yes, so I'm going to replace name or name.
Yeah. Do you want to randomly roll on a name or pick one? Or you can just put Gav.
We can randomly roll.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Roll me a D6 and a D8.
I've already picked my name.
A 6 and a 6.
6 and a 6. Your name is Vrak, which is spelled V-R-A-K-H.
Of course it is. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool.
Okay,
yeah.
I rolled. Oh my god, I got a 6 and a 2.
6 and a 2. Your name is Urvarg, which is U-R-V-A-R-G.
Urvarg. Very nice.
Urvarg.
Babu.
That's a D8, isn't it?
Calling myself Rolf.
Rolf?
Yep.
Happy with that.
That's a D6 and a D8, isn't it? Yeah. No. D6 and D4. Why?
That's a 6 and an 8, yeah. You've got a 6. You've got a 4 and a 6. Is that right? Is that what you got?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Okay.
3.
A 2 and a 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Your name is Felban, which is F-E-L-B-A-N.
Okay, so what are the stats?
So the 4 stats, and you'll want to put these down on your sheet right now, are... We'll just get them up just so I know for full certain that I'm not missing. They are strength, agility, toughness.
No, they are on the sheet there at the
and
bottom.
Presence. Are they on the sheet at the bottom?
Yeah, they've run off the side of it. Can we have another one of these character sheets? Can you just copy us one each?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are on there. They're below.
I'm going to stick
armor.
mine up the top. I'm replacing my name.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. They're on the first sheet. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Do you want another copy of everything?
Can I just have just copy one of my sheets and I'll delete it, put the stats on it.
Yeah. You want to drag one off another table?
Where are they?
Across the table from me?
Oh, yeah. Who is not? Yeah. Just that.
There you go.
I'll do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanking you.
Cool.
There we go.
Yeah, those do have the sheet. Yeah, sorry, they must have formatted a bit weird because if you look on the description, they've got them at the bottom. They are strength, presence, agility, toughness. So what we're going to do is first of all roll for silver. So roll me. Hang on, let me just promote everyone so you can all copy items.
Do people want roller trays? Remember, not trays, but remember those roller strips they were called in the last game?
Maybe.
Would they be preferable for people?
I don't really mind.
They're easier. It's fun to have the dice sitting around, but yeah.
I don't even have them saved, so you can't have
Yeah,
them.
it's fine. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Folks, roll me 2d6 each. If you need to copy your d6 or clone it, then that's fine.
Got a 6 and a 6.
3 and a 2.
Note your totals. You have that times 10 silver.
50.
So added together times 10.
Yeah, add it together and times 10. You have that many silver pieces.
Cool. Right. 20.
If you have the PDF up open, I'm on page 18 of the rulebook to start character creation.
Rolling frantically.
My D6 disappeared.
Do you need another one?
I clicked on copy and it just fucking disappeared.
Oh man.
Here, I've got some here. Where are you sitting?
Okay, I
Right.
get them.
Okay.
There we go.
There are dice in the red bag up
There's
at the top
bags
of
of
the table
dice,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to roll 2d6.
Yeah. And then add them together. So
I got something weird on my thing. It moves things by
Uh,
squares. Or is it just
yes, I've
sheets?
put
11?
that on. So I've put on snap to grid
That's cool.
in case we end up using figurines.
11.
11. So 11 times 10, you've got 110 silver pieces to spend on stuff.
Oh, well, you got loads. I got fuck
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Drugs.
I mean, yeah,
Just
somewhere.
like-
Yeah. I'm going to encourage everybody to be spending that on equipment and weapons and things like that as part of the creation process. So we'll come through to the page for doing that in a bit. But you do get some starting equipment for free. So you all have a water skin. You all have roll a d4. You have that many days of scrap it. Actually, no, you're not getting any food to start with. Screw you. I'll deal with that. I know why that is. Ignore that. And then so roll me d6s again, please.
2.
1.
2 and 1. You get nothing at this time. Gex d6.
No, how many
4.
D6s do we roll?
1 d6.
1.
Okay.
I rolled 4, so I get a sack.
You get a sack that'll hold 10 normal size items. That's right.
5.
I got 3.
6.
A 3. You have a backpack that will hold 7 items. A 6. You have a donkey.
Woo!
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
I'm fucking rich.
Yeah, I'm married.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's going to get
Sam,
him
you got a 5.
Best
You
looker
have a
in the
small
village.
wagon.
down.
Oh, cool. For the donkey to tow.
Okay. Everybody roll me 1d12.
I read it as a waxen. I'm leaving it as a waxen.
Is that with the
Wax, okay.
pentagonal sides on it?
Yeah, d12 is like a football.
1.
Yeah.
1, you have 30 foot of rope.
Mine landed
I also
skewed.
have a 30 foot.
Roll it again, then, please, Kev.
Yeah, I have
12.
the same.
Yep.
30 foot.
Got a 12, Jed.
12, you have a silver crucifix.
Is that the fucking thingy?
It's the one that looks like a football, Vic.
Yeah, is it that one there?
That's a
Can we
d12, yeah.
resize these cards so there's more lines.
No,
I don't know, no.
No, it
they
just
just get
changes
bigger
the...
in scale.
Lame.
It's like a slightly squiff, Vic. I'm going to roll for you, mate.
Cool.
Just because I said it. You get a 5. You
Get it.
have... Ooh, okay. Vic has got a random unclean scroll. That's interesting. You're rolling very well for this, Vic.
Oh, you know, we should have... I don't know if that makes a difference, Jed. We could use the notebook section,
That's what I'm
which
writing.
is like
all
a little
gear down
text.
You're welcome to write these wherever you like.
I'm going to write them in multiple different
Or
places.
if you've got physical notes or anything like that.
I'm happy
Right.
to use this thing.
Vic, having rolled a 5 there, please roll me a d10.
Which one's a fucking D10 now?
This guy here.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah. What's that? A 9.
9.
You have a scroll of a spell named Eyelid Blinds the Mind.
Cool.
Absolutely hell up.
And anyway, horrific.
Yeah. The effect of that is it causes 1d4 creatures to fall asleep for 1 hour.
And I can use that as long as my perception or whatever is high enough. I can use that.
You make a presence test when you want to use it.
Presence. Yeah.
And if you fail that, it goes very badly, and if you pass it, then
It falls asleep.
it's okay. Yeah. Possibly including you, depending on how many things you roll. But anyway, and then everybody roll me one more d12, please.
That the notes thing didn't seem to save.
11.
Okay, great. Sam, you
11
have
also.
a block of lard. Gav, you also have a block of lard.
I got 3,
Look, Lord.
which is what?
A small but vicious dog.
Oh, mate.
2.
Sweet. Call him Barky.
A 2. Oh, okay, Vic. Roll me another d10, please.
That's that one, isn't it? Is that 9 again?
9 again. Okay, you have a scroll of Roscoe's Consuming Glare.
Oh, damn.
He's our magic user. On a donkey.
Mounted wizard.
Yeah.
Roscoe's. What was that?
Roscoe's Consuming Glare. Okay. Alright. Then we're going to roll for starting weapons. These are weapons, again, that you get for free before we spend money on equipment.
All right.
So, can everybody roll me a d10, please?
I think that's that one.
Sam, you got
Is it this one?
10.
That's this one.
Mhm.
Sam, you start with a Zweihander sword.
I got 3.
7.
Vic, you got a 7.
Yeah.
You start with a longbow.
3.
Gex, with a 3, you will start with a short sword.
5.
That'll work.
Gav, with a 5, you will start with a warhammer.
All right.
Vic, you'll start with an amount of arrows, but we'll wait until you've rolled abilities to tell you how many you've got. So for references, your short sword Gex does d4 damage. Gav, your warhammer does a d6 of damage. Sam, your Zweihander does a d10 of damage, but
God
obviously
damn it.
takes up 2 hands to use.
Mhm.
And Vic, your bow will do a d6 of damage. I'll tell you how many arrows you have in a bit.
Cool.
And then last of all, we're going to roll armor. Vic, for your reference, if you end up with heavy armor or medium armor even, you won't be able to use your scrolls at the same time. So that's fine. And actually what you can do is that you can just say, look, well, I want lighter armor if you end up rolling higher.
Okay.
And just start with weaker armor.
Swap.
So roll a d4, please, everyone.
4.
4, you will start with heavy armor, that is splint.
3.
With a 3, you will start with medium armor.
Ooh.
With a 2, you will start with light armor, which is fur.
I've got a fucking clue.
What
A
was
d4
mine?
like
Sorry.
a triangle.
Medium armor
This one here,
is
yeah.
So we're
2.
on page 24. With the 2, you'll get light armor as well.
medium armor. What is it? What armor?
Medium armor is scale or mail, effectively.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say chainmail.
Yeah.
Chainmail.
It's fine. So for reference there, armor works by when you take damage, you roll to reduce it. So with light armor, you roll a d2, so you roll anything, and if it's odds, it's 1, and if it's evens, it's 2. With medium armor, you roll a d4. With heavy armor, you roll a d6. And you reduce it by that. I am going to bring in an optional rule so that every hit deals at least 1 point of damage.
Okay.
So if you get hit, you can't reduce things, but you can't reduce things to 0. But heavy armor is pretty good. There is also a shield you can buy, but we'll wait until. In fact, we'll go. The next page is buying equipment, but I'm actually going to pass by that for the minute, and we'll roll abilities. So this is right. So nobody's looked through the rule book, so I think we're going to play. We're just going to ignore the classes. There are character classes later on, but they come with kind of extra abilities for this, and they're entirely optional. Every time I've played a character, I haven't played a class. So just being kind of traveling folks or of a profession is totally fine. Without complicating things. In which case, everybody gets the classic 4d6, and you drop the lowest for all 4 abilities. So I would suggest either taking more or copying your d6s again, and writing down. So 4d6 and drop the lowest. Do that 4 times.
And then write them down, presumably.
Write down the scores, and then don't write down the scores permanently, because the scores you're rolling now are not your ability scores. But just
how many times? Sorry, 3 times.
4 times. 4 times.
4 times.
You have 4 stats.
Right.
Take
what?
top 3.
Take the top 3. So roll 4. Take the top 3.
So 11. Wait, no. Take the 3 separate numbers. 2, 4.
So
two,
no,
4,
no,
and
no,
5.
no, no. No, you total them.
And
So if
then
you
I do it
roll
4 times.
You do that 4 times. Yes, you would drop the 1 here. You'd keep the 5, the 4, and the 2.
So
total
that's
them
an
together.
11. Okay, and then I do that 4 times.
11. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
11,
Do that 4 times. Yeah.
4, 12. 6, 11, 12, 13. Ooh. And 9. Not bad.
About it all.
Okay. Do we choose where they go?
So you can choose where they go. However, what I'll do is I'll actually read off what the scores are. So the numbers you've rolled just translate to actual scores, and these are the ones you want to note down.
Yeah.
If you have anything between a 1 and a 4, that is a -3. I've not seen it yet, but it happens. If you have anything between a 5 and a 6, that is a -2. If you have a 7 or 8, that is a -1.
Got one of them.
Yep. Negative scores are good. They're interesting. They're very fun. 9 to 12 is just a 0. It makes it a flat roll. 12 is incidentally the standard difficulty. So most of the tests I'm asking you for, I'll let you know in advance if it's going to be higher or lower than a 12. That's the one that we assume that we're going to go for. 13 or 14 is a +1. 15 or 16 is a +2. And 17 or higher is a +3.
Did anybody get anything higher than a +1?
No.
I got a +2.
I got 2 14s and an 11.
So 11's 0 and then 14's are both +1s. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 +1s and 2 zeros.
Cool. And everybody's got a score then for agility, presence, strength, and toughness.
Can we place them where we want?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you explain the reasons for putting them in each?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So effectively, agility is used for, agility type physical tasks. This is your running, your swimming, your balancing, your jumping, that sort of thing. Agility is also used for defense rolls. Okay. So when you are attacked, the enemy doesn't roll to attack you, you roll to defend yourself, and you use agility for that, and then you use your armor to reduce the damage. Presence is more or less your catch-all mental stat. It is your ability to persuade people. It is your ability to charm people. It is your ability to perceive and detect and understand things. It is also the ability that you use to aim ranged weapons. So for Vic, I imagine that your presence will want to be your highest stat. A, because you have a longbow, and B, because you have scrolls to start with.
Yeah.
Strength is used for lifting things, throwing things in a non-precise way, crushing things, carrying them around. It is also used for melee attacks. And then toughness is used for for rolling your hit points in a minute. We'll do that next. But also for surviving threats. If you fall into cold water, if you touch flame, if you drink poison, if you get tickled a bit too hard. That is what toughness is for.
Unmine. Nice synopsis.
Well, you need to change yours to positives. Do you?
Yeah, what you want to write down is the plus or the negative that you've rolled, rather than the actual number.
You got +1 strength, +1 toughness,
Yeah.
and 0 for agility and presence.
Yeah.
Roger. Sorry, I didn't know if they were
Same
things you
for
level
Vic.
up.
Yeah. Sam, for you, that's totally reasonable. If you've got yeah.
What was presence again?
Presence is just your
Spells and
catch-all
bows.
mental stat, but also, so using spells, using magic, knowing things, understanding things, persuading people, but also using bows, crossbows, and the like ranged attacks.
What does
Yes,
11 give us in stat?
An
Anything
11
like
is
Zero.
an 11 is a 0.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Vic,
have agility, actually. I've changed my mind for defense.
Vic, I
0,
mentioned
0, +2, -1.
pretty good. Vic, I mentioned arrows for you a minute ago.
Yeah.
What's your presence score then? Is it a +1?
Yeah.
So you have 11 arrows to start.
Remember that
Please keep track of them.
and pick them back up.
Yes.
There's I think I spawned last day, Jed. Item tracker card thing bag.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right here. Let me copy one of them. Nobody else has anything they need to keep track of just yet. Vic, that is your arrow tracker. You should be able to fill that in yourself. It says exhaustion on it, but I don't care. How do I change that?
You can change that. You should be able to just click on exhaustion, or maybe click on a red button beside it or something. And change it to arrows.
I can put a.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Next is hit. Yeah, while Gav's doing that, let's go to next is hit points. So your hit points is your toughness, your a D8 plus your toughness bonus. If you have a negative
6.
toughness, yeah.
5.
Oh, fuck off. 1.
Sorry,
Yeah.
say. Oh god. No, it's the first to die. The mage.
D8 plus your toughness bonus.
Yeah, which is 0.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
What did you get?
I'll have a +2, but I only rolled a 4.
Yeah, you got the same as me.
It's similar.
Yeah, which is shit when I have a +2 toughness. I was going for the tough guy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
I think I'm the tough guy.
I'm the glass cannon.
That's what a tough guy'd say.
So, fellas, the last thing to do then, if you've got your rule books up, we're looking at page 25. Possibly page 24 if you want to buy better armor.
Pages. Did you get the page thing up with a browser?
Page numbers are different in a browser.
Yeah, so for the in browser, let me see what it is. It's page 25 of the actual rulebook, because I've got a print copy here in front of me.
Got you.
28 in the PDF, I think.
Yeah.
For armor,
Yeah, makes
anyway.
sense, yeah.
So armor's really expensive.
It's the page over from armor.
What's the deal from getting... What's the deal with 2 weapons? Because I see it has weapon and weapon on my character sheet.
You can buy weapons.
Can I use 2 in the same turn?
If they, I'm going to play at D&D rules where you can use a weapon and change weapon in turn, but you only get 1 action per turn.
Where's the the thing? Armor?
Which thing?
The thing with
Armor is on page
24.
24.
Oh, it's above the abilities. Okay.
Yeah.
Armor, good.
And then, the actual thing on your sheet for armor. Yeah.
Oh, I could buy a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying a shield as well.
Yeah, I'm buying a shield. Fuck it.
And a shield is -1. It's not a dice. It's just all flat
Shield is just a
-1.
flat -1 to any damage that you take. Like I say, you can't reduce it below
1. Well,
below
I can
1.
if I've got a shield, but yeah.
Yeah, your shield. You can see the optional rule for a shield there. You can use 1 instance of breaking your shield, and it just negates all the damage you would take there.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can sacrifice your shield if you're going to take a major hit. Okay, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? You don't have to prepay for services or anything like that. I'm gonna pitch you into a scenario. I'll pitch in the scenario tonight. Please don't buy any food because food is a specific thing I'm going to cover, and it's just a waste of your money.
Okay.
Can somebody with presents buy a medicine box if they can afford it? In fact, I'll pay for a portion of it if you can't afford it. Just my presence is -1, so I don't want to waste it.
They can afford all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got high presence.
Can I...
I've only got 1 fucking health.
You 1 health?
Yeah. I got no... My toughness bonus is 0. And I rolled a 1.
I have a feeling there's a lot of death in this, don't worry.
Yes, yeah. Don't worry, I fully expect these characters to die.
Can I upgrade to a bigger weapon than I have?
You can buy another weapon.
Yeah. Well, I just have both. I might have both.
You can keep the short sword and buy a
Yeah.
different sword.
Do the weapons do different shit?
They do different damage, but there's no...
There's no rules for like a flail getting around a shield or anything like that? Or like a whip?
Make one.
Yeah, okay, but...
I mean, a flail does... This is then the thing. A flail does more damage than a club does, for example. And we can definitely rule that sort of thing. We can be interesting with a whip, for example.
I bought a battle axe for 35 silver.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I will as a GM reward creative suggestions during play.
I know you said no food, but does chewing tobacco count?
Oh, you bitch.
Definitely purchase chewing tobacco. It doesn't count.
Good. Excellent. Ralph is the fucking chewer.
I'm going to buy fire steel.
Yeah, mouth cancer.
Crowbar.
Right, yeah, I'm going to buy a medical box because we're going to need fucking...
So -8 and -4.
You'll need it if nothing else, Vic.
Hey?
You'll need it if nothing else.
Yeah.
How does the wagon work, Jed?
The wagon that you got,
Yeah.
you can fill it with items.
Oh, cool.
So that's -15.
In which case, I'm going to spend 10 silver for a mule to be the person who tows it.
Yeah. You're going to buy a mule as well?
Yep. Down to 9 silver. Bought a short bow, some arrows, a torch, lockpicks, chewing tobacco, and a mule.
Yeah. Yeah. Torches and rope. If there's one thing that I've learned from just about every RPG I've ever played, it's torches and rope.
Yeah.
And you've got rope, so that's fine.
Lantern oil.
How is a noose different than a rope?
Oh.
And why is it a separate item?
Flavor mostly. Does it cost anything different? It costs a silver piece more, doesn't it? Because you're putting in, I don't know, got someone to put the labour into it.
I'm going to buy 40 arrows as well.
40 arrows as well as your 11. Okay. Hope you live long
Optimistic.
enough to use them.
Yeah.
That's only 20 silver.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to say that comes with a quiver. Don't worry about that.
I bought a lantern oil and an oil lamp and a fire steel and a crowbar.
Yeah,
Sure.
me and Gav rolled lard. That functions as meals, apparently.
You can buy, yeah, and I'll let you keep your lard. Don't worry.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
ooh, get some manacles. We could
Can
take
we
to
use it
prison.
creatively?
Yes, I encourage
It's
creative use of lard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
quiet nights on the road with me and my mule.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, if you just want to thicken up your porridge. Yeah.
I assume fire steel is like a fire starting kit.
Yeah, or at least it's ferrocium. So it doesn't come with tinder, but it comes with, you've got the means to make sparks reliably there.
Yeah,
So
that's what I got. Also, for the record, my dog is called Scroat.
good choice.
His name.
My
I'm
mule
gonna
is called
buy a
Brunhilda.
tamed rat as well.
There's a character in Baldur's Gate 2 that has a hamster on his shoulder.
And
Yeah,
my class is pretty cool guy who kills aliens and doesn't afraid of anything.
Good choice. Okay, there's one last thing to do, and I'm going to get you all to roll. You can roll me any die you want, and I'm going to say if it's odds, then it's 1, and if it's evens, then it's 2. This is for rolling omens.
2.
Evens.
5
Yeah.
odds.
Oh, sorry, odds. Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Which dice?
Any die you want, Vic. If it's odds, then it's 1. If it's evens, then it's 2.
Flip coin.
8. 2.
Yeah, it's even. It's 2. Right. Okay. You have that many omens to start with. Omens can be used in game whenever you like. They're a bit like inspiration in D&D. You can use them for the 5 following things. You may use them to deal maximum damage with an attack that you've hit with. You may use them to re-roll a dice roll, anybody's that that somebody's used. You may use them to lower the damage dealt to you by a d6. You may use them to neutralize a crit or a fumble. So you still fail or succeed, but the severity of it is reduced. Or you may use it if you declare it before you roll a test. You can reduce the difficulty of a test by 4. Remember I said the standard difficulty is 12, then that you could reduce that by 4.
That is that's a lot like inspiration.
Yeah, it's a bit more versatile, but yeah, you'll have 2 of those. I will reward those, let's say for kind of positive character. For firm character progression, and just occasionally when I feel like it. But I encourage you to use them as well. Okay. Right, everybody happy with that? Are all the boxes that they have filled in? Right. Does everybody have a sense of their characters? If not, we can roll more dice because there are ways of randomizing all kinds of shit in this game.
Well, I was thinking I was a fur-clad Norseman with a hammer and shield. I'm assuming we're all Norsemen, but particularly maybe not the smartest, tough as fuck, but that kind of thing. But I've very little personality-wise to go on there.
I can give you more of that. Would you like to roll some dice, Gav, and everyone else can see how this goes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Give me a d20.
There's a 10.
That's
Right down the
somebody
middle.
else's.
You are shrewd. What does shrewd mean?
It
Yeah.
means he's
Cool.
just cautious of
Yeah.
other people, maybe.
Okay, give me another d20.
An 11.
An 11. You have long tangled hair with at least one cockroach in it.
Fits.
Okay. And give me another d20.
Give me a high number, a low number. 14.
You have you tend towards pyromania. You like fire a lot.
Oh, well, I do have 2 magnesium strips on me.
Yeah.
So something could come of that.
Yeah. And then let's go one more.
And then one more. Come on, 1 or 20. 6.
6. You are terrified and paranoid as in fact an escaped cult member. Other cultists are everywhere.
Oh, so I've escaped the cult.
You have escaped a cult. You are, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
How does that sound to everybody else? You interested in rolling some
that
dice?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Gex, right. Let's go from the start.
Okay, D20.
Yeah, you can just roll 4 of them if you want to copy paste, or else we'll do them in order like that.
We're doing that.
Oh, nice.
A 20.
A 20, arrogant.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay. Next.
Fitting.
4.
Or you have lost 3 toes and therefore limp a little bit.
Toes plus limb.
Yeah, but you lost them in a toe chopping competition, so you're quite arrogant about it.
3.
3, you cannot stop drinking once you start.
Oh, yeah. No, that feeling.
And then last one.
Sorry, no, that don't count. 5.
5, you had an illegal, immoral, and secret affair with a member of the royal family. You have proof of it. You have proof.
Had illegal.
She took my toes.
Immoral. What was it? Illegal, immoral, and
Secret.
secret.
He's so arrogant, he'll want to tell everyone about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll bang that bird.
Yeah.
Sam, would you like to roll some of these?
Yeah, but I don't want to have like a temperament. I think I know what Rolf is going to be like.
I'll skip the first one then. How about the others?
Yes, that sounds great.
Cool. Okay.
A 16.
16. You have a red, swollen alcoholic's nose.
Okay, hang on a sec.
But it's in your pocket.
Alky nose. Yeah.
Okay.
I written noise.
Yeah.
Close enough.
We're rolling for bad habits next.
Yep. 17.
17. You stutter when lying. And
Okay.
The last one.
14.
14. Violence has forced you into the wilderness. You think waving trees are whispering. You talk to, scream at, and generally attack trees sometimes.
Doesn't like trees.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Vic, you interested in rolling on these? Or do you have a chance to roll? Yeah.
Nah, let's go for it.
You guys will get from the tone of this. Vile is the kind of tone of the game. Please feel free to be disgusting and horrible, and I will be leaning into the dirt of the setting. Hopefully,
An 8.
An 8 for the first one. You are prone to substance abuse.
Oh, perfect. That's spot on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty dark.
Broken bodies. Let's roll.
11.
11. That's the long tangled hair again, with insects in it.
So,
That's where his pet rat feeds from.
Yeah, fucking Wook wizard, man. Crusty juggler.
Yeah, proper Wigan, like.
Yeah. With his baggy harem pants.
oh mate, there was a bloke who used to walk around Exeter High Street who had dreadlocks and they were like proper matted together.
Yeah.
He looked like his dreadlocks weighed as much as he did. It was horrendous. 13.
13. You have permanent phlegm in your throat. You know, you constantly cough and spit and try and swallow it, and it's always there. No. And the last one.
Lemmy bastard.
Yeah.
And a 14.
14. That's the same thing as. Do you want to re-roll it just for variety? Let's re-roll
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
17.
17. Let's go with. After dreaming of an underground temple to a forgotten god, you understand the songs of insects and worms.
That's why the cockroach is living in his hair.
Yeah.
He's having a chat with him about
They-
philosophy or something.
They talk to you and sing to you in the dusk and make beautiful noises, and you simply cannot fathom why others would shun these wonderful creatures, for they make such wondrous music. Like that.
Speak to bugs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Batshit fucking crazy.
I don't think you probably get to be a magician or,
Yeah.
in this world without being batshit crazy.
In possession of both an unclean and a sacred scroll, and a donkey also.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one's a
Yes.
sacred scroll, is it? Oh,
You have an unclean scroll and a sacred scroll.
For flavour,
Yes.
can I change his Zweihander to be a two-handed axe?
Yes, you may.
Just literally the same thing, but an
Yeah.
axe. Just call
Yeah.
it an axe.
Sure. I mean, I think that the Zweihander sword is pretty flavorful, but yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm making out Rolf to have been a logger who was pleasant and kind until the trees betrayed him.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
I like that.
Like he's
Got a
playing
fucking great
the
felling
frick-
axe.
Yeah, that's the
Alone
one.
in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't like that. Okay.
I can't wait till we go into a forest.
Hmm. Do you think that your characters know each other? It's reasonable with the conceit that I have in mind.
Why not?
I'm just importing some odds and ends because I think I might be able to get some different character sheets here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't mind knowing people.
Yeah,
In a-
there are fillable character sheets in the Mörk Borg content thing that I posted in the chat. So if you want to actually fill out character sheets, then you're welcome to. I've left the note cards on the table just because they're lo-fi and easy to read.
I want to use 50 of my remaining silver to buy another scroll.
Oh, okay. You want to roll?
Wait.
Right. Give me 2 seconds. So how much do they cost? They only cost 50 silver.
Yeah.
Roughly 50 silver for the right buyer.
Yeah, fine.
To-
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I can spend. You can have the time having done that. That's fine. Roll me a d20, Vic, because I'll just draw it from. There are 20 on the page.
Number 7.
Number 7. Okie dokie. That will be Metzhutel blind your eye.
A lot of eye fucking stuff.
There is. Yeah, absolutely. Roscoe's consuming glare, and this is the thing when you dream of the singing insects and the creeping beasts and the spiders with the 8 gleaming eyes in the night, and they stand upon their
Is it a
realms.
clean or is it unclean or
That is an
sacred?
unclean scroll. The effect of it is that a creature. So when you cast it, you or something else becomes invisible for 1d6 rounds.
What was that called again?
Metsutal blind your eye.
I don't know if I spelled that right.
That's
But
fine. I've made up the word is made up.
Is there an interactive character sheet? Or are these just all PDFs?
It should be like a fillable PDF that you can write in.
In that
On one of
case, we
those?
might be able to import it. I couldn't see
Yeah,
it there.
Fucking horrible. Sorry.
They're
they're too messy.
they're very dense and messy. The whole book is like that. Like if there's bits that I'm having to spend a moment reading, it's because
Yeah,
the
the
text
only
is
reason I didn't read it was because it's like a nightmare to actually read.
yeah, it's gorgeous as a book, but it's actually kind of difficult to read, and that is a pro and con.
I don't have a PDF reader installed.
okay,
add
that's
text.
probably.
Okay,
I
Yeah.
found one. It's fillable.
Yeah.
it works in Edge.
And
Yeah.
it's 17 gold or silver.
That's
17
fillable.
so yeah, to start with 17 silver is probably fine. How much has everyone else got left?
5.
Happy.
38.
38. Is there anything
Role
else you'd
playing
like
it
to
using
buy?
0.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, brilliant.
Nah, I'm good.
You're good? Yeah? That's fine. You can be the banker for the party.
Yeah.
No, this is fine.
So I've got an invisibility scroll. What the fuck does the other scroll do then?
So, eyelid blinds your mind, puts things to sleep.
So yeah, I've got to sleep.
Roscoe's consuming glare. 1d4 creatures lose 1d8 HP each.
Holy
So
shit.
okay, so that's like an AoE fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. If that's not within a particular radius, that's just in the area that can hear you when you speak, whatever, you know?
Okay. So if I shout it, I could possibly kill everything.
Well, yeah, up to 4 things, yeah. Yeah, I mean 8 hit points is a lot in this. At this point, so, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
potentially. Consider that, you know, if there are 3 enemies in the room and you roll 4, you might be hurting yourself there.
I'd probably kill myself.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, yeah.
With my 1
that's fine.
HP.
Yeah. And so, to talk to you guys about Mörk Borg, the setting is cold and dirty and of an old world that is mixed in with tradition and heresy and the monstrousness that comes out in people during hard times. You are playing travelers on the road. If you've been traveling together, then great, and I will encourage you to introduce your characters shortly. But the people you come across in recent times have not been the welcoming, the warm-hearted, the wonderful that you would have known stood by every road sign, around every hearth and every inn. People have withdrawn and turned their backs upon travellers. Whole villages you come upon have dried up, emptied, struck by famine or plague or marauding bands and turned into naught but blood. And so travelling upon the road itself has become treacherous, and you are seen as treacherous yourselves. You have struck a bargain with the Shadow King. You must travel. Let me grab my notes because I can't remember the flipping name of this place. You must travel to Lake Gratand, high in the mountains, and collect for him 20 pearls from the lake near the summit. That at this time of year, the Shadow King informs you will be about the snow line. Not too cold, you'll be perfectly safe. The first day of travel, you leave through the ruined city in which the Shadow King holds dominion, and the ways are open and easy. You pass through rubble and find your way to the edges of the town.
Oop.
Things go, oopsie daisy.
That was
Okay,
me.
let's see if everybody's lost their sheets.
That was me. Sorry.
Has everybody lost their character sheet?
No, it's still there.
Cool, good. Okay,
Sorry, that was me. I'll stop playing.
let me save.
Oh god, my notes have disappeared. That was my entire character sheet.
They've gone.
Gone.
Oh, goody. Okay,
Can you scroll back 30 seconds instead of...
let's see if I can do that. Right,
That was my bad.
I can go back 20 seconds. Oh, no, I can go back 500
Well,
seconds. That's bad.
whatever you can, like that you think the last thing anyone wrote in a sheet.
Rewind
even
30 seconds.
15.
Try that.
No, my fucking orange sheet is gone. What the fuck is the point in creating a goddamn notebook system if it's gonna delete itself
Every time
when
I've
shit
clicked the
happens?
every time I've clicked the notebook, it's just reset whatever in it. So I've written mine down on an actual piece of paper.
Yeah,
and
I've
now
made a
filled
sheet.
in the character sheet as well.
How do you get PDFs into the thing? That's for another
Just
day.
custom import.
I think I'll have
I
to
don't
do
know
that.
if it's gonna
Fine.
custom import the functionality of the
The
little
film
No.
sheet.
Just
Don't
No.
think it
put
will.
in there.
But that's fine. That's what the note cards are for. I will say post them in the Discord, and I'll work them out for next week.
Sorry, Jed. I've ruined that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm just gonna start
Thank you.
typing in the Discord so I can remember.
Yeah, you had
I know my stats.
yeah, you know your stats there. I can't remember what items you brought. I didn't know.
Yeah, I know them as well.
You had lard and
You had matted hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could work out what you had for your random traits and things like that. You were shrewd, had matted hair.
He's written it down.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. I trust you on this, Gav. To work from memory there. Where were we? You'd struck a bargain with the Shadow King. And so, as I said, the first day you pass out through town, through plains into farmland, and find an inn to keep. And the word around the fire is quiet, and the beer is fine. It makes you drowsy. You're able to sleep once you stop drinking. You're able to wake up on crispy straw and get going again by dawn. And carry on the road, and then you pass through forest. And the forest, the shadows of the trees spread across the path. And they are cold, and heavy dew lingers late in the day. It is not yet frost, although you know the frost is in the post at this time of year. For the nights themselves are longer than they were but a month before. And the forest is quiet, few birds sing, few deer scurry. You're able to catch a rabbit for lunch, pick fresh edible mushrooms, draw water from a stream, and eat. And move on, further yet. Further yet. And the forest, with the creaking woods and the quiet canopy, for no birds there sing, gives way to hills. And on the third day you climb, and climb out of forest onto a winding mountain path that goes up through heather and grass, and through mud and through bog, and crossing bridges into boulder field and gravel, until you reach my notes, because I can't remember the place name. until you reach Grundrift. Grovedrift, that's what I've written. Grovedrift, which is a mining town high up in the hills there. And the town is busy and it bustles, but people do not turn to wave you in, and you must find your way through. And again, find an inn. Again, seek supplies. Again, arrange what you can. People bustle, carts run back and forth. You have your feet are run over by a cart filled with coal ore. It doesn't hurt too much, but it's indicative of the busyness in Grove Drift.
If somebody might need a punching, that might be happening.
They're gone. People are busy. The person kind of doesn't notice that it's happened. This is the way it is. The town is rushing. But you were able to find a place to stay, and you are up early and arrange supplies, arrange a breakfast, arrange a little more food, and travel onwards towards the lake, high up, Lake Grotanda, higher up in the hill. It is another long day on the path travel on, and it is made long by the quality of the route. Up till now, it has been a paved gravel track. There has been other traffic. Things have come and gone through settlements, through hunting lodges, through communities on the mountainside that keep sheep, and of course, through and from Grovedrift, the miners themselves. But now there's little reason to travel further up, and the rocks are larger, and the holes in the path are deeper, and the mud is thicker and grips against your shoes as you squelch your way through. And you begin to wonder why you bothered to bring so much stuff up the mountain, because it is so heavy. And yet you must walk with it and carry it upwards still, until you come to a large boulder field, and you know there and then that it will take an hour for your cart and your donkey to travel 200 meters. And it is a tight gap. Those of you who have fought can imagine raining stones and arrows down from above this boulder field, down on whoever might pass through. But that is the only way to go, for the sides are bare cliffs and sheer. And you've been promised some semblance of a road all the way to the lake. And so, as the light is fading on the 4th day of your travel, you come across, shimmering in the dusk glow, Lake Grotanda. And it is cold, and sure enough, catching the last hints of alpenglow is the snow line, maybe another 30 meters onwards, higher up on the far side of the lake. And the melt, even this time of year, leaks down and runs in an alt into the lake, feeding it. It does not ripple. And a small hut on the side might once have been used for fishermen, might once have been used for a leisurely noble's son, but now has bunks and a hearth and a fireplace and space to tie the donkey outside. And so you spend the night in the hut on the side of Lake Grotanda. And in the morning you get up and you begin to hunt for pearls. You'll have had a few days to talk, so again, we've gone through names, but would everybody like to go around the table and introduce their characters? Gex, are you happy to start there?
I guess. Urvarg. My class is, as I said, pretty cool guy who kills aliens and they're afraid of everything.
Yeah.
I guess a bit of a cocky tavern hound who can't resist a duel. Loves dueling. And
You've been arm wrestling people there in the.
Yeah, and then when that doesn't go well, he takes it outside and fights people to the blood. Yeah, generally a tall teller of tall stories and a bit of a bullshit artist, I think. Yeah, that's about it. But reasonably proficient with, in a one-on-one fight at least.
Yeah. Which is the way of these things, isn't it? The man that wants to fight is good at fighting, and the men he fights often aren't.
Yep.
That's
Bit
fine.
of a bully.
And because I couldn't find a pencil, remind me of your name one more time.
Urvarg.
Thank you.
I spell it how I thought you spell it.
Urvarg. Sam, would you like to tell us about Rolf?
Hello, my name is Rolf.
Ah. We gotta record these for Korea.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm from the cold north.
My business is logging. Nice to meet you. I don't know. Yeah, Rolf is like a nice person, but carrying a very dark secret.
Yeah.
I see.
When you look at him, he just looks like a simple man, pleasant, weirdly wearing chainmail underneath his cloak and furs, carrying around a very, very, very big axe, the kind you'd see on some German poster about chopping trees down for the war machine.
Or a Dark Souls boss.
Exactly.
Much too friendly for his own good.
Dark Souls, it's pain.
Yeah, he's got a bit. Yeah, like it says on my thing, he's got a bit of an alcoholic's nose. Probably drunk a few 2 steins of ale.
Yeah. Vic, would you like to tell us about your character?
So he's Fellborn. I am a druidy rat man. I eat too much mushroom and it fuck my brain. And now I speak to bugs. And I have my pet rat Borat.
Why is he with us?
Yeah, he nice fellow. He's so untrusting, you lad.
Yeah,
And Gav, yeah. Did you remember your
Vrak.
name? So, yeah.
I did. It's Vrak, and because he's a pyromaniac, he's Vrak of the Burning North. He was basically the guy in the background in all the Viking movies that lashes the fucking torch on the people's hut.
Good.
He's not a big player. He's just the guy who likes burning shit. He's untrustworthy of new folk, and he was pretty untrustworthy of you guys when you first met him. But he's all right. I need a few ideas about the cult he escaped. My initial thing, but it's very not the setting, was that the cult is a peace and loving commune of happiness, and he escaped it because it was so fucking alien to him. And not alien to him, he was born into it, I think. His parents were part of it. But it was just so wrong for the world that he felt it wasn't right, and he left.
Oh, so the Burning Man.
They
live. He likes fire.
Yeah, I like the cult in, it's Burning Man, or not Burning Man, what was it, Midsummer?
Sure, yeah. They live in promise of
They're
the
nice
shining
people.
fields.
Bit of sacrifice, but it's this world. I'm sure that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that works.
Human sacrifice.
So he was he was okay with the human sacrifice. That wasn't the bad part. It was the bad part was like that they're just so nice and it's just so wrong. And he wasn't really
doing it.
Yeah, he wasn't really a nice person at heart. And he still isn't.
Letting him do the burning.
Yeah, true. I think my game might have crashed. Did he? Did I get kicked?
Doesn't say you've been. Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're welcome back.
And yeah, I'll join back in. What else? So he's a bit manky. He's a bit dirty. He's got fur armor and shield and a warhammer. And he's got his manky hair, and he's paranoid and a bit of a pyromaniac. But he still clutches a silver crucifix. He's not quite sure why. Maybe I think it was probably something he stole from the cult he left, and maybe he thinks there's power in it, even if there isn't, or if he's never found use of the power. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So he's not against you guys because he's now friends with you, but he's not a very friendly person.
Right, hasn't it's let you back in. That's good. That's excellent.
Yes, I'll do up a
it-
character sheet for the next session.
in terms of cults and things like that, Gav, you're welcome to read through stuff in the book, or else I can think of something and send you a few details as to what could fit that.
Well, if anyone's got any other cult ideas that
Yeah.
might either tie into their character or just sound cool, I'm happy to roll with that as well.
The cult of deforestation. That's just a bad idea.
That's a cult. Like I could picture ship making or something like that coming into it,
Just a
but he's
cult
not more
that
of a ship
burns.
maker, more a ship burner.
Oh, forest fires.
Yeah,
There
maybe that's the
are-
reason why I hate trees. Sorry.
There are cracks of hope and folk who cling to salvation in the face of what many people accept as
Madness.
the end of the world coming.
Yeah, see, I think that's cooler that he's escaped from
Yeah.
this good people because
Yeah.
they're fucking mental
They are
and they can't
insistent
see the
on
obvious.
salvation, and that salvation is coming, and that they alone will be spared, and you can't see any reason as to why they'd be spared.
You're just
So-
describing Zorb.
Yes.
So what's the? I don't
Zoltan.
know who's Zorbibs. Zoltan.
It's only Parks and Rec. All hail Zorb.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So what's the connotations of a silver crucifix? Because I'm assuming it's not Christianity.
Vampire killing.
And yeah, so we can swap out the actual significance of the crucifix for literally anything else in the in the world, any other symbol. There are cathedrals in setting. Effectively, what we have is an overarching heresy by which the mad monk, remind me of his name, Anuk Schläger, in the year 565 was approached by the Basilisk of Verhu and given the words of the nameless scriptures, and 300 years have passed.
Okay, so is this silver artifact, whatever it might be,
Mhm.
is it pro? Well, I probably don't know anything about it, but you might have to decide.
Yeah.
So if it's pro the cult I escaped from, or it's pro the state of the world and the downfall, is it an evil thing or a good thing? So we might just want to change it from crucifix to whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Religious.
You know,
You
silver
can have,
a silver tree or something.
a silver
or-
icon.
yeah,
yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah,
Icon or relic,
that's me.
yeah.
If there's been any fights in the past, he's tough.
Yeah.
But he's not particularly good with his hammer. Not great at getting out of ways of blows. And he's not great with people.
But he can take a weapon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
May even have lost the duel, maybe, to old Gexy baby over there. I don't know.
Urvag.
Urvag. There may have Urva. So there may have been some sort of confrontation in a bar at some point, maybe. And he's shrewd enough that he figured, this guy can fight. I could do worse with hanging around with him. And he's not that much of a dick, even though he's a bit of a dick. So maybe that could be my introduction to those guys.
Yeah.
Or to him, Urvag at least.
Correctly or not, Varg has a high opinion of himself and his fighting ability.
Yeah, exactly. And I might not have witnessed it all that much, so therefore, if you came out on top twice, I'm probably going, yeah, I'll back that guy.
So we are on the banks of Lake Grotanda. And on the first day of seeking pearls, you find between you 9 of them.
This man wants 20.
Man wants
Freezingly
20, you found
fucking
9
ding
in a day.
yourself.
Easy clap. Just grab fucking 50 and fucking reap the rewards.
And none of you have spent the time by the sea. What's surprising is that they would appear high up in a mountain lake like this, but the rocks that you look at are shale. They are sedimented. They crack easily in your hands. The rock, and you will find fossils embedded within them. The water is cold. It is so cold that you cannot believe that it is not ice in and of itself. But you're able to, on the banks of the lake, you're able to turn things over and pluck a pearl or two, pluck things out, put them in your pocket. As I say, between you, you find 9 of them, and you have a little straw-lined box that will close in the cart that you've travelled up with, and so you may place them in that. And at the end of the day, you come together and make a small meal on the fireplace, on the hearth, and sit and enjoy that and tell odd stories together. And on the second day, you all rise early, and it is difficult to get out of bed, to be honest, because it's so bloody cold now. And winter is just around the corner, and dawn is late to peep through the windows, so that you are all awake while it is still dark. And you spend the day combing the banks of Lake Grotand. And between you, you find 5 pearls.
Nearly done. No.
And you spend the night in the little hut on the bank. And the wind comes up and makes the lake shimmer for a little while. And you can see it go, and then it falls still again. And the night is cold, and the moon is bright. It's nearly full. And you catch stars gleaming, the last brightest of the stars, because nearly everything is overwhelmed by the moonlight, and the snow above you is bright with silver and shines down, so that it is bright enough that you could walk around at night easily, although the shadows still are dark and deep and very cold indeed. And on the third day, combing the banks of Lake Gratanda, you find 3 pearls.
Be lots of grumbling out of me for the next few days in that case.
I will let you decide between you who has found them and who has not.
I'm going to say I'm not, and that's making me angry.
Jackson's going to say he has.
I'm going to say I've found 8, but I've actually found like 5.
Which by my maths puts you on 17?
8, yes.
Yeah. And you come together that night, and the fire seems to not quite reach the brightness and the glow that it has done the past few nights before. It is hard to get the chill out of your hands, having spent the day turning over rocks on the frozen shores of Lake Gratanda, fishing through little rock pools and sifting through sediment. And it's hard not to feel demoralized, having had so few. And it is just before you go to bed that you realize that you are running out of food. You have enough between you for one meal tomorrow. As to when you choose to eat it, that's up to you.
Oh, I
Well,
knew I should have
can
bought
anyone-
a preserved corpse.
Can anyone hunt?
Sure, I can hunt. I can kill
Yeah.
anything.
All right. Well, that's your job tomorrow.
Yes.
Rolf can help.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. My name is Rolf.
It'll take you, it'll take you a couple of days to get back down to the tree line, and so pass
Yes,
down from
4
Grundrift.
days.
Yeah, potentially. It might be to get down into the forest where you didn't see many deer. You saw some rabbits. You might see hare. You might see birds on the grassland of the mountains south of the town. But above that, it's mostly been bare rock.
Ugh.
How well does chewing tobacco sustain you?
Yeah,
In
I've eaten
some
donkey
senses,
before.
very well, and yeah.
You stay away from Brunhilde. That's the donkey's name.
You have your dog with you as well, Gex.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been eyeing him up.
Yeah.
He's too scrawny for you.
Brunhilde
Snarl
is
as well.
mine only friend. Has been with me since the dark times.
In the dark times.
I'll just give him a wink.
Did you just wink at your donkey?
I'll wink at you.
Ugh. Point that evil eye at somebody else.
I once scrolled from a man who was trying to defend his wife's honor.
Oh, we need food and we need more pearls. So we can't be doing both. Some of us should be getting food. Some of us should be getting pearls. And I've had shit luck getting pearls. So I'll go out tomorrow and try find some food in the morning.
Would you like some assistance?
What are you going to do? Catch a rabbit with that hammer? That axe?
I'm going to pull out the short bow and go 9. Use the tools that are appropriate.
I'm obviously good at finding pearls. I will continue to do so better than all of you.
Yeah, well, that bow could work. If you can use it.
Yeah.
Well then. We'll go together. I'll keep you safe. You killed rabbits.
I was hoping for something much larger. Deer, perhaps?
Well, we're around the water. They might come to us. Maybe wake. Exit this cabin quietly in the morning. We might catch sight of something.
I can always ask the ants.
I'm not eating insects
No
for
fucking
the last
way.
time.
That's for the protein.
Protein. I need meat, not protein.
Oh
The
dear.
druid is excluded from the meat if he wants to eat his insects.
He can eat his mushrooms.
Sorry, it's just Vic's voice is great.
I'm going to throw more logs on the fire because I'm getting annoyed that it's not fiery enough. But then the logs we've probably collected are maybe a bit damp or a bit snow sodden, and it's like maybe even making things worse.
I'm going to smile as he burns the wood. Okay.
That was an in-character burp.
It's a punctuation to the
Yep.
conversation.
So for the rest of the night, I will stare intently into the fire as I watch the trees die.
I'm going to sleep beneath the blanket I own. Yeah, that's right. I own a fucking blanket.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
definitely the right move is to buy a blanket. Did anybody not buy a blanket?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
buy a
I
blanket.
had no clue.
Okay.
I bought one.
Didn't think we were gonna be in the cold, hard north to
Okay. Yeah.
So
Vic, have you
I'm-
got any silver left? Have you got enough to buy a blanket?
I have.
I would recommend pre-spending that.
Okay.
Being as we're still in session 0, I'm happy to do that.
I've also bought a blanket.
Yeah, I'm
That's a good
sorry.
idea.
I'm not cuddling up with that fucking dirty bug talker.
I bought 2.
Am I right?
One for my dog to sleep on. Oh,
Good choice.
Fucking
Such
money
a
bags.
dick move.
Okay.
yeah, fuck it.
Right.
All right. Dawn of the 4th day comes. You have, as you know,
Hit points.
17 pearls,
Omen silver.
having only found 3 the day before. You have food for a meal. Enough firewood. You've plenty of firewood. You were able to bring lots of that up. And the morning is bright. Sharply bright. It's been a cold, sharp, clear night, and as you rise, even in the hut, the air is cold enough to sting your nose as you breathe it. And your feet feel the chill deeply within them, and it is that which wakes you before the dawn. It's the cold in the bones of your feet. But you are awake nonetheless.
Come on, Zrak, it's time to go. I grab my short bow and start going out.
Rolf, quietly.
Yeah. And I'll stomp out.
What's his, I can't remember names again. Ulgrif? Gex? What's your character's name?
Urvarg.
Urvarg. You might want to light a fire by the bank. You might need to go swimming today to get the deep ones.
Fuck.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
I'll follow Rolf out of the hut.
For you who are going hunting, what's your plan? What would you like to do?
We're going to bag deer. That's the
Yeah.
plan.
I want to check the wind.
The
And,
wind? Yeah.
Yeah, go up from the wind.
Go up.
Hopefully with the water in sight. Expecting them to go down to the water.
We've got mountains to our north, yeah?
So yes. So you are riding. You are. You have been ascending. Is it worth me?
So it's like a glacial mountain lake.
Yes, that's exactly.
Deer
it.
or goat, I suppose at this point.
It's in a. The lake is in a kind of.
Drawing.
Is in a kind of quarry. So this is your.
Cool.
This is your kind of lake.
Yep.
Trying to put it in blue.
Doesn't matter.
Fine.
That looks as much lake as the next.
Yeah, I can even see the waves.
This is your glacial mountain lake, and it is deep up around these sides, and this way especially is effectively very steep up onto a mountain ridge, and the snow line is about the edge of the table, to be honest.
Okay, so we're in that case going away from the lake down towards.
And so things
Forest or
narrow
whatever.
here. So we've got the hut here.
Yep.
This is where you've been sleeping, and things narrow here into a sharp, steep gap. And that is Boulderfield.
Yep.
And then that goes into Mountain Road.
Well, mountain road with like forestation, like fir trees either side and stuff.
So it's open track, and there is some heather, and there is quite a lot of open rock.
Oh, so it's not fir
to-
trees. We're higher up than that. Like.
To get, you are well above the tree line, and to get to forestry, into actual woodland, you are well below Grove Drift to get actually into forest.
It'll be a while.
All right. In that
So
case,
we-
no, but Grove Drift is the name of the town, Sam. That's 4
Yeah.
days away.
So,
And
so,
we're
so,
hunting. This is our hunting ground because we've
so,
nothing else.
so Grove Drift
Yes.
was a day with the cart and the donkey.
Oh, a day. And okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Grove Drift was a day there, so you've got open heath ground, that sort of thing. Like I say, it's the sort of thing where you might expect to see some birds, you might expect to see grouse or something like that, hares and
Goats?
rabbits, possibly fox, possibly goats,
Mhm.
and possibly deer as well.
So is it going downhill on this side?
Yes. So effectively, that way is uphill,
Okay.
and all
Right.
the other directions are downhill to some degree.
So we just try and get somewhere high and look down the downhill.
Well,
Absolutely.
why don't you do that on one side of the track, and I'll go the other side of the track and set a few traps.
Yeah. Ralph agrees. Sorry,
Okay.
Rolf.
What I'll do is I'll grab a few well, I don't know, strands of like long bush or grass that I can use to string up little, I don't know, ties. Use like little bits of rope, and I'm gonna go out and in my inexpert ways, I'm going to do my best to put traps down on the on this side over here.
I find like somewhere with a reasonable amount of like 50 meters of open ground in front of me where I can
Yeah.
hide in a bush.
That's
just
reasonable
sit
for
and
both
wait.
of you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you'd like to sit. Have you fellas taken some food with you and water?
No, because we don't have any food.
Yeah.
I've got
Okay.
Or we have
my
one
lard.
meal, but that we haven't started.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got my lard as well. So
No one
Yeah.
knows about that.
You've got
that's
lard
my
each. Yeah,
secret
that's fine.
secret lard here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lard is my retirement plan.
I'll have my water skin on me, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. Water skins is a good idea. Wow.
I'll like to cover myself in a bit of mud as well to mask my scent.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, and Gav, you are setting traps in amongst scrub and brush.
You can always rub
with-
lard
with-
over your body to keep yourself warm as well.
Terrific.
Make myself slippery.
Yeah.
Can't catch me.
Like
Yeah.
goose fat, mate.
Grease me up, woman.
We'll come back to you fellas. Gex and Vic, do you fellas have a plan for
Where do-
the morning?
Where did we find the pills before?
I'll be back
on-
in a sec. Sorry.
On the shores of the lake. So the lake is all of this area that's inside of the kind of not quite caldera, but like a corrie, like a kind of where you'd find a tarn. In the Lake District, something like that, is rock and boulder and things that have been dumped out of a glacier. And so there are large rocks, and so you've been able to find some things in the dry area and some things on the edge of the wet, and in the mud, and like I say, kind of in among the rocks and in the lapping waters of the lake.
I think I'll just use my crowbar to just turn over a bunch of rocks. And be like, hey,
Yeah.
Through it, you'll go. I don't know. Look somewhere else.
Stay the fuck away from me, though.
You take one side of the lake, and I'll take the other.
So with this like character thingy,
Yes.
can my bloke actually speak to bugs or the ants and the bees or whatever it is?
You can hear
Or-
you can hear voices that you attribute to them.
Okay,
That's what I will say to you.
okay, so I can't necessarily fucking speak to insects.
They don't seem to respond when
React.
you speak to them. They might
Alright.
talk back, but nothing more.
Okay.
I mean, what I should say is try it.
Let's see. It's over there.
And you're able to find a little cluster of flies swarming around the area near the hut where you've been going to the toilet. You all agreed on a latrine area when you arrived. And there's now a little kind of clutch of insects that somebody may have brought with them. You can't quite tell how they got there. But the wind in this area has been still enough that you wouldn't be surprised if they'd made it up.
I'm just trying to get my voice right for the fucking.
Yeah. And the flies, as you approach them, are humming to one another, and this will be the last feast of the autumn. Those below us all harvest. The hunters feast on what they have caught. They live together in bounty.
Oi, flies.
And they stop singing. They don't stop flying around. They don't move, but they stop singing when you speak to them.
Have you have you seen any parrots around here? Flies?
That's what you're here for. Are the pearls from the banks of the lake?
I'm just mindlessly just
Yeah,
turning over
breaking
rocks with my
rocks.
crowbar.
Yeah.
Just without any
Yeah.
particular rhyme or reason.
Lots of
flies.
people come seeking pearls.
Have you seen any around? I need a few.
They gleam.
I'll leave you a big present.
And you hear, just like that, you hear the laughter of 3 at least distinct voices. They know exactly what you mean. This kind of tittering, slightly mocking laughter from the flies that zip down around in the air and then land on a bundle of human shit, and then zip back up into the air and fly towards you very slightly, tittering, laughing, teasing,
Right, I'll glance over and
and
just
then
be
back
like,
again.
"You're talking to the shit again. Get back to work."
Fuck you. Come on, flies. Mr. Ratty here won't eat you else. My rat is tamed. He will eat. No, he's tamed, not trained. Fucking flies.
But they're not very helpful.
Yeah, I think flies are very smart.
Sam, I'll come back to you.
Ah.
And some time passes, and you are able to get, you think, fairly well concealed, curled up in a bush, and the wind, it blocks the wind a little, but it's cold where you are. Outside of the quarry, the wind has picked up, and you can see clouds rolling, and you can see grass rustling, and the heather and the heath ahead of you shifts and rolls and bounces.
Not a tree in sight, just the way raw flags.
It is barren and wasted. And presently tottering across the grass quickly, with its winter plumage from the last year, just the last little bits of it remaining on the tufts of the ears and its haunches. And so it's difficult to see because this thing is dark in its summer plumage, its summer colours, is a hare. And it leaps and it lollops, but it is certainly within range of your bow.
And I shoot at it.
Make me a presence test.
Is that an 18 or is that a
It's an
10?
18.
18? 18 plus, what's your presence?
0.
Okay, so it's an 18 total. Yeah, you can hit it.
Sweet.
You've hit a hair. And another hair that you hadn't seen by that point bolts. It sees its friend fall, killed, blood spilled across the grass and the heather. And it's gone. Quicker than you could nock another arrow, it's gone out of your sight. You hadn't seen it up until that moment. Are you going to go and get the one that you've gotten, or
I think I don't have a knife. It's a hare, right? So I
Yes.
could probably slice this hare's belly open with an arrow.
Yeah.
Might take a bit of time. Can I slice its belly open and leave its guts where I killed it, and then go back into my hide?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
So the emphasis being a predator to come and find it,
Yeah.
or a scavenger.
A crow, maybe.
Yeah. I will do that then.
Yeah.
And wait some time longer.
Yeah. And so, yeah, after not very long at all, a crow is circling overhead. You haven't have you eaten crow before, do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you've eaten crow before. Times have been tough in the past.
Yeah. Plenty
know
of
how
crow
that's-
egg from felling my trees.
And the crow has clearly spied the guts and does one other turn around and one other turn around, and you're not sure if it's seen you or not.
I'll have an arrow not drawn, just knocked, ready.
And it comes down and starts picking at the hair guts.
Loose. Ah, 3. I miss.
At 3, yeah, the arrow goes spare, and the crow bolts, flies clean away.
I'll remain in place.
Yeah.
I'll note where the arrow went.
Yeah, okay. We'll see if you can find it again in a bit.
Yeah,
I won't make it too hard.
mentally.
Yeah, that's fine. Is Gav back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Gav, you've set your traps.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not good at waiting quietly, so what I want to do is go walk back up the trail,
Yeah.
towards the hut, and just kind of pace back and forward in the ravine.
Give me an agility check while you're in there.
So how are general checks checked?
You roll a
Rolled?
d20 and you add your bonus that you might have.
Okay, it's a big fat bonus of 0. And there's a roll of 3.
A 3,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine. Getting up and down the boulder field there is difficult and arduous, and you kind of get halfway through before you need to stop for a breather. It's tougher
by
than
me.
you remember it being.
I was
even a
just
few days
killing
before.
time anyway.
Yeah, you're kind of hopping and crumbling about, and you're already swearing by the time you've gone 50 meters in there. And
I have to hit some of the boulders with my hammer just to
Yeah.
make myself feel better.
yeah, and they ring out and ding ding.
Oh, that's
People at
probably
both
not
ends will
good.
hear that as you're doing that. And after a little bit, you catch your breath and you realize quite how hungry you're getting, quite how miserable the last few days have been, the last few weeks have been, the last few months have been just shit. You know, and the Shadow King has promised a what? What has the Shadow King promised? A boon? What does that mean? There must be something you want, but did you even think about it before you agreed? You start to question these things. You know, who is this? You know, why? Why have you settled on this? Why are you here? This is pointless. How can this possibly be good? How can this possibly be something anybody wants? Can you get perfectly good pearls from... It doesn't matter, and you're welcome to walk back towards your traps.
Yeah, and I'll kind of wait an hour
Yeah.
Or however long my hunger lasts, and then I'll head back to check the traps.
Okay. I'm gonna get you to give me just a roll on that, but it's bear in mind that you've kind of what have you used to tie these up? Do you have wire? Do you own wire?
I don't own wire. No, I've used the grass that I've picked from the scrub
Yeah.
to tie up against probably the smaller any of the not branches, any of the
All the
bushes
shrubs
with
and things like
stronger
that. Yeah.
trees, stronger trunks. Even if
Yeah.
they're probably only sticks, in width.
Yeah.
Tying against them, so it's
Yeah.
highly unlikely.
Yeah.
There's a 10 to prove it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can head back and you can check out the spots that you remember having visited. You're able to find what you realize now is just what you've done is broken some sticks and left them in with the other sticks to see if creatures that live among the sticks will get stuck on the sticks that you've left there.
You have to warhammer out and smash a few sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least we have more kindling.
Yeah. That's about maybe the best you can do, is find, some good mud, and you've broken some heather and smashed up some peat that might burn, but you're not really sure if it's going to or not.
Now I'll pick up some sticks. That other
Yeah.
prick can cut down the trees if he wants to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll just kind of walk back up to the trail, cast my eyes over at himself sitting in a bush or up a boulder or wherever he is, and then just kind of maybe whistle over to him to show that I'm heading back to the lake.
Yeah. And if you're getting back through the gap, I'm going to get you to give me one more agility check, just for fun there.
15.
15's fine, yeah. And you've
I'm
worked out
so
a path
angry.
back through.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spent the last hour working out the best ways to get through there, and it was a pain in the ass before, but now you're just cross enough that you can just do it. So that's fine. Sam, I'm going to give you one more chance at things, because you've left the guts there, and after a few minutes, presently crows don't tend to travel alone, and after a moment there are two. You can't really tell if any of them are the same as the one before, but there are two crows now plucking at the hair guts on the floor. So I will let you. It's going to be the same DR, so the same. You need a 12 to hit if you'd like to fire one more arrow.
Loose.
Oh.
I hit. 16.
Brilliant. Yeah, excellent. So yeah, you're able to hit another crow with an arrow, and again it splatters, and the other one is gone. And it's gone and it's away, and you watch it fly down away the hill from, no amount of rabbit guts is worth that
Indeed.
of hair.
How much time is left in the day?
Let's say you've gone through the morning.
Okay.
It's getting on for the middle of the day and the time that you've sat out there. The days are short.
So how many hours of light do we have left?
Let's say you have another 6 hours.
Okay, I'm going to retrieve the crow.
Yeah.
Give
Give me a presence test to see if you can find your arrow from before.
Bag it up. No.
Yeah, okay, so you've lost an arrow.
Okay.
But you're able to get the one that was in the crow. You're obviously able to get the one that was in the hare.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to clear that and then maybe move and reset up my gut strap somewhere else.
You're going
Similar.
to move. Yeah. Gex, you have spent the morning. You've spent what feels like half the day turning over rocks, smashing rocks, checking every spot, every nook and cranny that you found, moving around the banks of Lake Rotunda. And you have turned up some interesting fossils. Some quartz, maybe. No quartz because it's sedimentary rock. Some very good mud, but no pearls. Not even the hint of a pearl. Not even a pearl-shaped divot or
Bullshit.
hole in the mud.
Right. I've got to do it. I'm going to make sure the fire is stoked in the building. and then I will
Okay.
disrobe
Oh yeah,
by
tiny
the
packer.
edge of the lake. Well, before I do that, I would like to dip my face under the water and see if I can see anything. Or is the water too
Okay.
murky? Is it clear glacial water?
It is not especially clear because the rock is very sedimentary. However, you can see a little way. I'm going to say you've got, let's call it something somewhere between 5 and 10 meters of visibility.
Okay, if I dip my head under the water, will I be able to see anything?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
what
to
I
do
mean
it.
there. So you can see a little way. So if you're going to lay by the side of the bank and dip your head,
Yeah.
it's really bloody cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that one for free.
Mm.
It's going to be difficult to the point of dangerous swimming in this. You can tell that very quickly, very easily.
But can I see anything?
You
Shiny?
can see. Well, this is so. If you're just at the bank, you're not going to see more dipping your head in there than you will. If you want to see further than you can see from standing by the bank, you're going to have to wade in.
Fuck. Yeah. To make sure that the fire is still blazing in the shed, I'm gonna leave my blankets by the lake's edge, and I'm gonna disrobe and go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're disrobed, and it's cold, and the rocks are sharp on your feet.
Hmm.
Sharp in a way where, because it's cold, they're quickly going numb, and you're slipping a bit, and you're already after a few steps not sure if you're cutting yourself, and you're
Hmm.
kicking up so much mud that you mightn't see if it had a red tinge in it by that point.
Hmm.
And by the time you get to your knees, your teeth are chattering and your bollocks have shriveled up, so they look like a set of acorns.
Hmm.
And your arms instinctively go to your armpits, your hands instinctively go to your armpits. By the time that you are up to your knees and coming up to your mid thighs, you are wondering if this is a good idea, and you can just about see the ground and the depths of the lake around you still from here, and you would feel pretty confident that you could reach into the dirt. But looking around you there at waist height, it's really fucking cold. It's cold, it's cold, it's cold. It's sharp cold, like the water is peeling at your skin, like you might as well be burnt. And it's going to hurt getting the blood back into all of these extremities, that is, if it goes back at all. And you cannot see any pearls in the water.
Mm.
Yo, joke's on you.
Why?
Vic, I'll come back to you. I'll come
Because I
back to you in a minute.
suggested you do that if you
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
and it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Novag, you turn around and you realize that Vrak is sitting on a rock at the top of the gap behind the hut, chuckling.
Why don't you get in here, you bloody bastard?
All right. I'm going to strip off and swim across the lake.
Okay. I'll come back to you in a second, Gav, while you're
Yeah,
getting
no worries.
undressed. Vic,
Yeah.
you've spent a little bit of time talking to the flies around the shit, seeing if they've got any insight for you.
That's the best sentence ever.
Are you going to stick at that, or would you like to try anything else? Are you going to spend half the day doing that?
Think I'm gonna have a little look around the
You're
shoreline
going to
bit
take a little walk around the shoreline as well.
and talk to any fucking insects I
Worms
see.
or anything like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna ask them all.
You catch the odd spider up and around there, and they kind of titter at you. They go, "Oh, you'll never find anything here. Oh, you're not looking hard enough. Got to look harder. Got to dig deeper. Oh, bad luck to you. You're fucked, mate."
Assholes.
So yeah, you're able to walk around there. Gav,
Mm.
you pull off your boots and stand by the lake.
Yeah, drop
Full
the
of
furs.
Yeah, drop the furs, drop your trousers, put your hammer and your sticks down by the side of the lake next to Gex where he's stashed his blankets. And what are you going to do? Just going to wade in sharp?
Jump in and start swimming.
You're gonna kind of belly flop into it.
Not belly flop. I figure I'm
Yeah.
I grew up on the coast. I'm an
Yeah.
all right swimmer.
Yeah.
I'm tough. I can do this.
Yeah. And you're able to wade before the shock really hits you, and so you're knee deep before you start to realize that your body is your skin is beginning to turn pink, and your goose pimples are pulling up on your arms.
It's just the baby flesh.
Things pull tight very quickly there, and your jaw starts to chatter, but you duck forward and you get your chest into the water, and you hit that, and it comes up across your neck, and you instinctively gasp reflexively. Can I have a toughness check from you, Gav?
You can. So D20 and
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great. 9 plus 2.
9 plus
So
2,
11.
that makes the 11. Yeah.
Oh, can I? I'm gonna roll an omen.
You
Can I use an omen?
You can use an omen to re-roll it.
Oh,
If you're going to use an omen to lower the difficulty, I'm going to get you to do it before you roll.
cool. Okay, so I'm using an omen to re-roll it.
Yeah.
11 plus 2, 13.
13. So you're able to you gasp, but you're able to keep your head above water. And you're able to start swimming out across the lake, and you realize quite quickly that
I never really asked how big the lake was.
So
Before I
yeah,
started doing this.
let's
big is the
say it's 150 meters across.
That's pretty big.
So
I didn't realize how big these squares were, Jed.
Yeah, I haven't drawn it to scale at all. There, it's not. No, that's ridiculously big. Let's half that.
Okay, well,
Let's go for 70.
oh god, this is still risky.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still quite a swim. Yeah, I should have told you that beforehand, but that's fine.
What I'll do is I will now, when I'm just like, my feet left the ground underneath me and I'm buoyant in the water, I'll now pretend I'm looking for pearls to save some face.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll dive down, I'll try grab a rock or scrabble around underneath from whatever I can see, and then get back up and get the fuck to shore.
Yeah, it's really, really not good being out in the water, and you've been able to see Irvarg kind of standing waist deep, kind of looking at the ice while you've been undressing. Gex, have you gone any deeper?
When I see him getting in, I think I'll start wading to the shore.
Okay, you're going to start wading to the shore when you see
Gab swimming.
Yeah, Rock of the Burning North. Yeah, out and swimming. That's fine. That's a good choice. I'm not going to make you make a toughness check there. I am going to give you a cut on your ankle, but
that's fair.
it's you're not going to take any hit point damage. It's just it's leaving a trail of blood down across your foot.
Yeah.
As bleeds tend to do in the wet. Gav, I'm going to get one more toughness check from you, especially if you're diving in this frigid lake.
Come on, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you are able to go down, and you come up, and it's not good, and you feel like the air that you're trying to get into you is struggling, and it is actually it's before you get to the surface of the water. You have to draw another gasp. You have to draw another gasp. You have to draw another gasp. And you take a lungful of water, and you come back up to the surface and the panic sets in and you're dosed with adrenaline, but there's no way you're going to be able to stay out in the water any longer. I will
Okay. Going straight for shore.
Yeah,
if
and you're
I
going
can.
to you can panic swim to shore, and you can get your feet on the ground and then your knees on the ground, and you can cough up the frigid glacial melt that forms Lake Gratanda.
Great
And you
idea,
realize
you
now that,
bloody fool.
yeah, as far out as you'd swum in a kind of blind stroke of bravado, it was at the point where you could swim down like deep enough to touch the ground, but in touching it, you kicked up so much silt that you couldn't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to actually make anything out.
I'm
And
gonna
even
grab
then,
my stuff and run for the
yeah.
hut
Yeah,
just to get warm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same for you, Gex?
Yes, I'll quickly. I'll wrap a blanket around my wet
Yeah.
hair. Wait, no, my hair's wet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll wrap a blanket around my wet hair and quickly throw my
Yeah.
clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just sort of carry my armor and just wear my leather clothes
Yeah.
while I run back to the fucking hut.
And Vic, you see these two splashing about and swearing at each other, and then, yeah, running back to the hut where the fire is.
Or like you've got a better plan.
Sam, a little bit of time goes by for you, and not much else is moving around out there. You feel like spotting the hare was, to be honest, a bit of luck, and then you drew the crows in. Other crows circle overhead, and there are birds around, but nothing edible. You know, it was snow buntings or wagtails or meadow pippins. You know, little mountain birds that you could maybe pick apart, put in a salad if you could catch them in captivity, but an arrow would destroy if you could be as lucky as to hit them.
Small game hours.
Well,
Or Red Dead.
2 seconds. Yeah, that is Red Dead. What about with the time that's left? Could I maybe look around, see if there's any berries or anything I recognise that's edible from mountain areas?
You're high up enough. There's a lot of exposed rock, that sort of thing. It's going to be you. What would I get you to roll for this? You may roll me a presence check to see if you can find lingonberries or blurberry or anything like that.
11.
11 total. You can't find anything that you
Oh, I don't use
trust.
dice, don't I?
That's my dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, in fact, no, you can't find anything fruiting this late in the season now. As summer's long past, and the autumn fruits, the winter berries haven't come in. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just take what I've got with me. I'll also collect the guts.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
I'm just good eating.
Og.
I'll go and find whatever Gav's character's called. Vrak.
Vrack. You'll probably find Vrack like shivering and with icy hair,
Yes.
like around a shitty fire, trying to get warm again. But he's probably still naked, with the blanket over him, just trying to trap the heat in the blanket space while his clothes remain kind of semi-sodden and dry-ish over a chair or whatever.
Sorry, hang on.
How many did you just find today?
Back into German. Hello, my name is Ralph. There we go. Vrak, how you fare?
Got nothing.
Oh.
You?
Well,
What's that?
yeah. I got hare and blackbird croaking. I think maybe we can make some sort of stew.
What, water and hair?
Well, Yeah. You need to make it last. There's 4 of us.
Sorry.
Get on the fire then.
Wait. So what did you do? Traps?
Yeah, it didn't work. Got a load of sticks though.
Well, how about you take these guts and the guts from the other animals and use them as bait in your traps?
How about you catch more hair next time?
Oof. No need to be so rude. Wait until Brunhilde hears about this. She will not carry your stuff anymore.
I got a backpack, mate.
Yeah, and a
I
tiny
carry my own
pecker.
stuff.
And then I
It's
walk off.
freezing out here.
Your jaw is chattering as you say this, Gav.
Well, that was going to be nice, but if you're going to be rude, you can chop your own logs. And
Sticks. Yeah.
I'll head
I'll
into
throw my sticks on the fire.
into the shack with the thing and get a fire going. Maybe chop some more logs for the fire in there.
The day is, you will realize looking outside, the day is almost spent. This is your fourth day up at the lake, and you have found no pearls today, despite looking in a few other places. You are running out of food, and mostly, really, you might be able to stretch out to another meal. But effectively, what you have now is extra protein for a meal.
Well, maybe he'll be happy with 17 of them. That's only 4 short to what he wanted.
Didn't he want 20?
Yeah.
Good maths, idiot. I don't know. Well, we get none back to him if we're all fucking dead. I say, tomorrow, we all comb this area in the morning, try to find the pearls. And then, if we get nothing, we fuck off down the mountain and call it quits. While the day is still up, while it's still light.
Yeah, Druid, what did the insects say?
The bugs. All the bugs were saying we need to look deeper. Deeper. So,
We can't get in that water again.
maybe they mean deeper in the shore. Maybe some digging's needed.
We got to dig a fucking mine.
Oh, you can try that.
Fucking cockroach sets.
I've
It's
got
more
any
than you
tools
fucking
for
come
it.
up with, innit?
Yeah. No thanks to this fucking mermaid over here. Really froze my bollocks off.
I'm gonna grab my nuts, stand up in the chair, like grab my balls, like Michael Jackson style. Go, that's merman to you.
More like mer little boy right now.
The feeling is starting to come back for you, Gav, but the they're still tight and curled up, like a snail that you've poked.
I'll just sit down, sulking at the fire again. So half day and then we go back. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sent us on
And
a
so-
fool's errand.
Your fourth day on the shores of Lake Grotande come to a close, and the moon, the bright, round, filling moon, rises over the lake and is quickly
drink.
enveloped by clouds.
I am listening then.
We'll need tools if we want to dig.
Well,
Looking around this ancient shack, is there anything that could be fashioned into like a shovel?
There's a
And
poker.
the ground is probably fucking frozen as well. But a poker and like my warhammer
I got a crowbar.
could be used to like break up the ground.
Just light a
You-
fire on top of the ground first.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the fucking
Yeah, I'll
smarts
take
on this
it.
guy.
Yeah, it is smart, but it'll
Melt the-
take a long time. Like,
waste of
Yeah.
firewood.
Yeah, you don't have that much firewood to keep, fires going indefinitely like that. You are, remember, a day's travel away from a mining town. You could definitely get tools there.
What's a time limit on this?
No,
What?
you were
There
not
isn't
given
one.
a time limit. You were told,
Oh.
bring me 20 pearls from this lake and I will grant you a boon.
Boon.
Yeah.
But
If
we
you're-
could
if-
go to
yeah.
the mining town and get some tools and then come back
Yeah,
and some food.
food. Furs.
collect more firewood.
What you say we go now or first light?
Maybe see if they have a fish trap for sale as well. Surely lake have fish.
Maybe we can find you an ant farm.
I eat ants because they're tasty. Tastes like honey.
Why is he in the sky?
So he'll come in useful.
Make you see things too.
Yeah,
Well, it might make more sense to go back to the town than spend a day just punching the mud.
a punch mud good. Yeah. We go. First light. Is it dark now?
It is dark
Getting
now, yeah.
dark.
Okay, well,
Like I say, the moon is very close to full, but it's cloudy tonight.
yeah.
The winds
You
are
don't want
coming
to be
over.
going through the rock field and shit
Yeah,
like
we
that.
wanna-
This state, like,
How long would
Yeah.
it take to get back to town if two people took donkeys?
If two people took donkeys, it was still the day. The thing that took an hour or so of your
Was
time
the-
was getting across the boulder field. But if you just went through with donkeys, you're still not going to get there and back in a day.
we know the route a little bit better, but
Yeah.
it's still probably the hassle of getting a donkey and cart through.
Yeah.
No, I mean
And
just
we'd
two
need
people
to-
on donkeys.
We only have one donkey.
No, Sam bought a
Oh.
donkey. I've got a donkey.
Oh, okay.
a mule.
But we'd also need
Yeah,
we'd need to bring back enough fuel. Like we'd need to
Yeah.
bring back enough firewood for a couple of days. So there's that.
Tools
Right.
and food and yeah.
Yeah, mud.
But I would assume we're only planning to spend like 2 or 3 days up here searching for, like, after we get back with all our supplies.
So we bring 6 days worth of food.
Okay, well, do we want to leave it there or do we want to keep going this evening?
Well, I was going to say I'd get you to the morning and then leave it there. So
All right.
Yeah, I say,
It's
well,
fine,
we
it's
leave
good,
the
yeah.
first light, we all go back to the town.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We stock
Yeah.
stock the fire up tonight with what we got because we're leaving, so it won't matter, obviously. So we may as well burn it all, eat it all,
Mhm.
balls deep or nothing at all,
Absolutely.
and then we just have it one decent evening for our travel tomorrow.
I'm going to get one more roll, and that is from whoever is cooking.
Sounds like it's Rolf.
Yeah, let him do the cooking. He cooks.
I'll give you the choice between agility and presence for cooking.
Makes no difference. 18.
18, cool. You are able to safely gut and fillet the the crow and the hare. You haven't poisoned everybody with your
Oh,
wild cat.
I'm not gonna eat the crow.
Okay, you're not going to eat crow.
I
No.
don't discern.
I've got some
protein is
standards.
Protein.
That's fine. But things are mixed together and
Yeah, he has no choice
Yeah.
but to eat the crow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
it's
attempt
in the
not
stew.
to eat the
Yeah,
crow.
Yeah, that's fine. But the meal is not bad. With an 18. Yeah,
I'm
the
going to
meal
sneeze
does-
in Vrak's portion.
This nice man save your life, Borat. No eat you this night.
And the
Yeah,
night comes,
Rolf
and
provides.
you hear the wind howl above your heads, but it doesn't hit the shack. You are well sheltered, at least, on the banks of Lake Gratanda. And your fourth night there is warmed by the feeling of possible reprieve, possible planning for the next day, and determination. And you sleep the fitful sleep of an excited person, a person who is preparing for something the next day, but wake feeling rested nonetheless. And wake and pull your boots on and go out to find the donkeys, find the cart, put your possessions into the cart, make certain that the pearls you have are safe. Are you taking them with you? The 17 you found?
Yeah, if all four of us are going, I think it's
Yeah.
safest to take them with you.
Yeah. And prepare for the journey back to Grovedrift, the mining village, a little lower down the mountain.
I mention over the course of the journey that we don't obviously say we found any up here.
Yeah. Should we and so we'll leave it there, and we'll
Yeah.
come back to this next week with your trip into town.
Cool. Yeah.
My plan is to run this from now over up to 7 weeks. Each, hopefully, I won't have sessions lasting longer than a day. And from now on, each midnight that passes, we will be rolling on the table of Psalms from the rulebook.
Which is the end of days
It is
scenario.
indeed.
Cool.
It
So
is
the world
indeed.
is going to end in 7 days. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, you don't know that, but yeah.
Fucking hell. That's grimdark.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Unless,
cool.
unless you can stop it, of course.
Nice.
Cool.
No, I doubt we can.
As to whether I'll be actually burning my book or not, I haven't decided. But
Oh, as it says after you
Is that
finish
what
playing a
happens?
campaign, you burn your book.
it says, yeah, when this happens, burn the book.
Gotta respect that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of cards in Gloomhaven, one of the board games I have, that's like after they go, you don't remove them from the game. You rip them up and put them in the bin.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So you can never play again.
Yeah. So yeah, the seventh misery will also always be 7-7. When the world finally dies, the seventh seal is broken. The seventh and final time, the game and your lives end here. Burn the book.
Nice.
And I'm going to drop off.
So I guess we're going to experience combat for the first time. And it's going to be as brutal as we expect.
Well,
Yeah.
you've nearly drowned already today.
Yeah.
So
A new character a week.
Absolutely.
oh, Fudge, give me a second. I didn't need to save anything. It's fine. Did I? Yeah.
We made okay.
It saves
character sheet.
automatically.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Check
redo
the
mine,
notes.
but I think I've got most of it in to keep the out channel.
I did record it. I'll stop doing that.